If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome to this new lecture of GATE electrical circuit series. Today we will be solving question number 51 to 55. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions.
Figure shown in figure, a 1 ohm resistance is connected across the source, has a load line of this. What is the meaning of this load line? Means there is a characteristics of the source which follows these characteristics. Means if I have a source, this they have given the figure also, this is your V, this is I given, so there is a relation between these and V and I. The source will always follow this relation, whatever you connect here, the relation between V and I will be this. That is the meaning of this load line. Whatever load you connect, this line has to be followed, means this relation has to be followed. The current through these resistances, now you can see the current through the resistance. If you calculate the what is the current through this resistance, because the voltage across its V, so what will be I is equal to your V by 1 ampere, whatever load you are connected, that means V equal to I, and they have already given one equation, so you put it there, so 2I equal to 100, so your I equal to 50, as simple as it is. So current through is 50 ampere, nothing is there. Don't get confused by what is load line, what is this. Load line means whatever load you connect, this has to be followed. They have already given the figure also, so it becomes easy for you to understand. V and I, the relation between V and I is given, so that has to be followed. Next you apply your KVL, KCL, whatever your formula is, but this relation should be. In the 12 ohm resistance, if the 12 ohm resistor draws a current of 1 ampere as shown in the figure, so this resistor is drawing a current of 1 ampere, the value of the resistance R. So this one you have seen, because it is drawing at 1 ampere, so this voltage will be equal to 12 volt, because this voltage current you know, resistance you know, so the voltage is 12 volt. So because this is 12 volt and 2 ampere is current also coming from here, 1 ampere is going this side, this is 2 ampere, then how much current will go through this? This is 1 ampere then. So 2 ampere, 1 and 1. Okay. Now you know this current, this voltage, you can calculate easily resistance. What is the voltage across this resistance? Here it is 12 volt. 12 is both with respect to this ground. You can think this 12, it is at plus 12 with respect to this ground. This is as plus 6 with respect to ground. So here it will be 12 minus plus 12 minus plus 6. More specifically, I am doing it this one so that you doesn't get confused. This voltage difference divided by this R should get me 1. So that means your R is equal to 6. So I am doing here itself because it is easy to solve. The voltage applied to a circuit this 100 root 2 cos this, and the current draws, the current is 10 root 2 this, taking voltage as a reference phasor, the phasor representation of the current. Then these will give you a very good understanding of phasor representation. I think some of the misconceptions will remove after doing these questions if you don't have that concept clear. So voltage is equal to 100 root 2 cos pi t, because it is in sine, it is in cos, so it better you convert both in same. So generally we prefer sine, so we will change this cos by sine. How we will change is we have already discussed. This is sine 90 plus theta is cos theta, we will use that one, plus 90 pi by 2, this is 100 pi t, 100 pi t then pi by 2. Okay. So what is the phasor diagram, phasor representation of volt? I will come to this, and current is 10 root 2 sine 100 pi t plus pi by 4. Now one thing you will be, because if you want to represent both in same phasor, that frequency should be same. If this frequency are not same, then they cannot be represented on same phasor line. So this phasor and this phasor can only be comparable if these frequencies are equal. Then you can write one phasor with respect to another phasor. But this, if the frequencies are different, you cannot, because that time one phasor will be rotating at a speed, another phasor will be rotating at a, and continuously the angle will be changing between them. There will not be fixed angle. Like we have say V, there is a 45-degree angle, we say this is fixed angle because both are moving at same frequency. If they move at different frequencies, this angle is not fixed, so you cannot draw that phasor diagram. So this is first condition. Now what is the phasor value of this one? You may say this is 100 root 2 angle pi by 2, but this is not correct, because phasor we always represent RMS value, not peak value. A very common misconception, we always go by this. If you go by this, then it is wrong. You always prefer it, you write it always RMS value, not peak value, because if you say your home voltage is 230 volt at an angle of 30, so 230 is not the peak value, it is the RMS value. So 100 means the RMS value of that voltage is. So your voltage is at pi by 2, this one you have seen, and your current is 10 root 2 divided by root 2 angle it is pi by 4. So it is at 45 degree, tan angle 45 degree. So it is at, your I is here. It is 100, this magnitude, it should be small obviously R, and the angle is pi by 4 because it is 10. So this is 10 suppose, and this is 100. But they are asking the phasor representation of the current, taking voltage as a reference phase. So here reference means it should come to 0. That means your voltage should come to 0. So you will bring this voltage to a 0 level. That means this angle you changed it to 0. You are pulling this V to the, if you pull this one, automatically I will also be pulled. So I will come 45 degree below that. If your V comes to 0, then I will come to minus 45. You can feel it. Suppose you are just bringing by you are catching it and you are just pulling it below so that it comes to 0. Once it rotates to 0, then obviously I will also rotate to pi by 4. So I's angle will be minus pi by 4. And what is the magnitude? Not 10 root 2, it is 10 at an angle of minus pi by 4. That is your option B. So the common misconception one was both should be at same frequency, both should be at sine, and the magnitude is always RMS value. In the RLC circuit, this is the given below. Vs is equal to at an angle of 1, this voltage. Is they have given, what this current, input current, and IRL is also given, what is the current through this. So the power dissipated in the resistor R. So they have not given the value of resistance, but they have given something, lots of thing has been given. So you can calculate the impedance of this branch because you know the voltage across this, you know the current across this. So if you want to calculate the voltage across this branch, what will be the voltage, what will be the impedance? So ZRL, if I name it as Z, so 54. If I calculate Z, so Z will be equal to your V, that is 1 angle 0, divided by this current, it is root 2 at an angle of minus pi by 4. So it is 1 by root 2 at an angle of pi by 4. So in the exam you may not have that polar to rectangle direct conversion, so you better remember this one. So in calculator now you can do it, but you should remember how to convert it. It is cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. Because directly with scientific calculator you can do it, but with that on-screen calculator you may not directly convert it from polar to rectangle. So cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, so it will 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0.5 by 4, and it is 0.5 also. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, so 0. So now you can see, this is, if this is my Z, that means your resistance is given R, and this is given X, that is your XL. So now you can easily find it out. Because R is given, they are asking the power through the resistance, power dissipated in the R. So what will be the power? Power is equal to I square R. Now just now you have learned this I is RMS value. This root 2 is RMS value, because in phasor it is always represent RMS. And this I is also your RMS current. So it is root 2 square multiplied by your R is 0.5. That means 2 into 0.5, that is 1, which is your option B. Now what they have asked next, the current IC in the figure given below, given above in the figure. What will be IC? Total current IS minus IRL. Simple. So your IC will be, your IS is root 2 at an angle of pi by 4 minus root 2 at an angle of minus pi by 4. So again you need to calculate this one. It is cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4 minus root 2 into cos minus pi by 4 is also cos pi by 4, because cos can digest that minus. Sin will not digest, that's why sin will take it out. So if you take root 2, then I sin pi by 4, cos pi by 4 would get cancelled, and here I sin pi by 4 there will be 2I into 1 by 4. So it is 2J, that is your option D. Because why I am showing these calculations not in calculator, because on screen calculator direct conversion you may not be able to find it. So that's why you have to write it, and then with these cos values you can find it in through calculator.
If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.